answer to the argument.
Yeah, we're getting into that. Anyways, retard. Once again, what I'm saying
Just
is
spit on me.
it's not gonna be in reference to just his understanding of his
We
body
can
or
move
whatever.
on.
It's in reference to his understanding of the soul. We know my soul is a general understanding of the soul, not just limited to his body, as he's not able to interact with just his, but other soul as well. He's able to interact with other
Wait. What's the
souls. He can
argument for him
understand
interacting with other
how their
souls means
soul
he
works. Like,
understands
it's
their
not
soul?
going to be a limited perception to
Wait, can
only
I ask?
how
Wait, what's
he
the
thinks
argument for
his
that?
body interacts. He's talking about in a general notion because he has a general understanding of the soul. This is
Well,
not
again,
this is not
outside of
a
reiterating your
comment
position,
specifically about the soul. It's a comment specifically about. I mean, not a comment specifically about the body. It's a comment specifically about the soul. That's what
before
this
I'm
comment
not even
is.
sure if it
Why he
stated
brought up
anything about
in
the
the egg.
body in particular. Rather, what we're talking about here is the relationship between the body and the soul. And again, what you said was that he, via interacting with other people's bodies and their souls, can understand their souls. So he would have access to more knowledge. What's the argument for that?
Yeah, what's the argument for that? Because we know
Wait,
you have
what
to
again?
understand the soul to be able to interact with it.
Okay, you're a little bit retarded. Okay, so understanding
Yeah.
the outline of one's own soul gives you the ability to interact with someone else's soul. So
Yeah, okay,
why
prove that.
is it?
Like, where's the evidence for that?
Okay, oh, okay, sure.
Stop stuttering, bitch. Go ahead.
Damn.
That was negative.
That nigga pressed your ass, bro.
That was negative word. That was negative word.
Totally.
And that shit was ass. I wasn't
Like Kxge, bro. You have no cigarettes, bro. Give it up. Like, honestly.
Bro, who is
Good
this?
job, man.
Isn't that a band name?
But this nigga said digging his ass, Manny. Bro, what?
Wait, Kage.
What's up?
I'm not gonna lie, Tuna. Yeah, that's not how you spell cigarettes, yeah.
cigarette.
Ah,
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Oh yeah, I just know that. Hold on.
like, you shouldn't be
But
taking
no, that's a tough
cigarettes,
band
bro,
though.
at
I
your
used to
age,
listen to
buddy.
them hella back in the day. Cigarettes.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong.
Like, you shouldn't be taking
I fuck with
cigarettes
that
at this
band.
age.
Look, it's Kage. You're retarded.
Bro, what if we all just add mirrors to that? Like, just all randomly just add a bunch of mirrors to that shit.
Exactly. That's like, oh, this nigga careless for fat black nigga with no kind of nigga. Like, you tried to get sobs and then you fucking got mirrors instead.
Your library Kage spell cigarettes.
You got
Dumb
mirrors
bitch.
instead, nigga. You're not funny. Get out of here, bro.
You're getting beaten up, Manny, because you suck.
You have no sobs. You got mirrors instead. Look at this. Look at this. You tried this, but you got mirrors instead. You're a retard, bro. Like, shut up talking to me, nigga. You're fat and black and poor, nigga.
At the bottom of the food chain.
You're fat and black and poor, nigga.
You are
You got mirrors instead.
You lost a bear for being ended up in the same fucking day. How that work?
Fuck up, nigga. You're poor shit. I can't lose a band with a poor nigga.
Your water don't work, bitch.
Poor. You're piss poor. Anyways, back to the main topic. Discussion. Yo,
you be having okay. You put it outside and wait till that the rainwater and you take a shower using the bucket. Bitch ass nigga, shut the fuck up.
Can you mute the random careless? Like, he's not relevant.
Wait, careless. Can you is it okay if you can show for a little bit? Just because they did ban on some shit.
All right, go ahead. Good plan, my man.
What skin are you looking for?
I think it's the statement. It's been a minute. So I think it was a statement whenever he was talking to Yuji. He was talking about how Yuji has learned to perceive the contour of his own soul or something like that. Yeah, I think that's it, nigga. I don't know, nigga. It's been a minute.
Is there a skin chat in here? I have to send it.
Yeah, it's a little bit above you.
No, type it in a porn.
What?
What?
Oh, he sent it. There we go.
Both of y'all niggas weird.
Yuji Itadori is a vessel, another soul dwells.
Bro, Nexus, bro. How am I weird, bro?
You just said send in porn. That automatically
you. I vouch for you not to get banned, bro. But I'm weird.
Oh God!
I was never gonna get banned for what? For what was I gonna get banned for?
I did not vouch for that. But listen, hear me out there. Like,
who even are
you? Know
you? Loki, who are you?
You said what?
Who are you?
Nigga just said who are you?
Why are little kids always trying to violate?
No, bro, no. I'm not even trying to ego you. I am trying to ego you, but like, who are you, Loki? Like, also chill shit.
Bro. That's facts, bro. You know I'm a random, bro. You right, bro.
So he admits he's a random.
My fault, my go.
Oh wait, is that Archie? Oh, what's up, Archie? Oh, that's Archie.
No,
So,
I don't know who that random is. My phone might go next. I'll never disrespect you again.
no,
Sorry.
Archie, bro. It's okay, bro. I love you.
Nah, bro. Like next.
Yeah,
next
I'll give you a
debate,
kiss. Mwah.
Huh?
Yeah, bro. I love you.
Wait, who's getting slammed again? I need to keep track.
I think it's Careless. I think it's Careless.
Okay, so I mean, in that sentence, so he's talking about Yuji being able to see the contours of his soul because there's another soul within his body. So like, obviously here, like it's a product of him, something being internal to himself. So I'm not sure why this would extrapolate outside of his body.
Yeah. What does it state that Yuji understands the soul? We know Yuji is a special exception because he has Sukuna soul within him. That doesn't mean he understands
But
the
I'm not
soul.
sure why you just reiterated what I just said. So again, like I said before, because there's something internal to him, that being another soul, he naturally was able to perceive the soul. So this is something that happens as a product of something internal. So I'm asking you, why is it the case that in order to interact with someone else's soul, you have to perceive their soul as well as your own soul?
Huh? Say it again.
Which part?
Last part.
Yeah, so why is it the case that in order to interact with someone else's soul, you have to be able to perceive their soul?
Oh, wait. Look, it says he's learned how to perceive the counters of the soul. What do you mean it means by the soul? If it was
So
specifically
even if
referring
it just
to
uses the
he
there,
learns how to perceive
it's a
his
product
own
of
soul.
an
No,
internal.
wait, chill. I can agree that Yuji has learned how to perceive the soul, but if it was just him in reference to him learning how to perceive his own soul, why would it say he has learned how to perceive the counters of the soul, and rather just saying he learned how to perceive his own soul?
Yeah, okay, so there's 2 points
that.
there. So for one, like I said before, even if it uses the there or the whatever you want to say, this is a product of something that happens internal. So I'm not sure why I would have any reason to believe that this is something that reflects external. So if something exists within his body and that's the reason for why he's able to perceive the soul, why is it the case that the thing that exists in his body is the reason why he's able to perceive someone else's soul outside of this being something also internal to him? That would just leave the least amount of assumptions for your argument. And the second point would be something along the lines of, when Mahito is also talking about the soul and he says he's able to perceive the soul as if it's something like so casual, he's showing a depiction of his arm or seemingly what's his arm. So it seems like he's talking about, whenever he uses the soul, he's talking about something in perspective to oneself, not something external to oneself.
Say it again.
Which part, bro?
Low key though, that's fine. Nigga. Like you gotta talk like nigga.
You said what?
You gotta talk at a normal level. You keep on talking so fast, nigga. It's not
Okay, my fault. Okay, which part do you want me to reiterate though?
low key all of it. I wasn't listening.
Okay, so like, to see if I can make it a lot shorter, I'm saying that I think it would leave a fewer amount of assumptions to say that since him being able to perceive the contours of his soul is a product of something internal to him, it would just leave the least amount of assumptions to say that this is also something internal to him. And then I think it would be a leap in logic to say that something that caused him to perceive the contours of his soul that is internal to him would give him the ability to perceive the contours of someone else's soul. And then the second point was, whenever Mahito was talking about him being able to see the contours of the soul or whatever, it gives a depiction of his own body, or at least seemingly his own body, because that's just he's the only person in the scan at the moment. So I have more reason to believe that he's talking about himself. So it seems that whenever he uses the soul, he's not talking
Could
about
be that
something external
Yuji
to
sees my
oneself.
soul as well. Like what?
I'm sorry?
If I will, and I believe this is consistently backed it up that
I didn't hear the
he
first
not
point.
only just perceives his own soul but other souls as well.
I didn't
Just
hear
by
the
the fact
first point.
that
Could you
we speak,
reiterate the whole thing?
huh?
Could you start from the beginning? I didn't hear the first point.
Say it again. I'm gonna say that.
Can you start from the beginning? I didn't hear the first point.
Okay, yeah, start from the beginning. Yeah. What I was saying is that I believe that what he's talking is that he can see Maito's soul as well when he says the soul. There's two people in this game, there's Yuji and Maito. You saying that he's talking about in perspective of just Yuji perceiving his own soul, that doesn't have to follow up with just the fact that they're the only two in the room, because he can also see Maito's soul, is what I believe. And I believe this is
Well, I
also
don't care about what you
shown
believe,
that
obviously.
when people can perceive the soul, they also perceive other people's soul as well. I have a scan to back
So all
that
you
up.
did was express your belief and reiterate your opinion. What does that do for anybody?
What does that do for me? I'm providing a counter interpretation to what
A
he
counter
thinks this
interpretation,
game
which is
means.
supported by what outside of your belief?
Yo, Khaled,
It's
check DM.
supported by what outside of my belief? I said it's supported by scans that I can provide. You weren't listening and just thought I was
Wait,
just
what
saying,
scans can you
"Oh, I
provide that
believe this
support
to be
that
the case."
outside of the
Blah blah
fact
blah
of
blah
just
blah.
appealing back to the
And by
same
the way,
thing,
even
not being
then,
they're
I don't
both in the
have to
same skin?
give a basis or belief behind my interpretation if this is your point. You're backing up the fact
What?
that
You don't have to give a basis for your interpretation if this is my point. How retarded is that?
yeah, it can just fall into an equal interpretation about this.
That's not
But
an equal interpretation if I have reason to believe this, especially that belief is
yeah, you
predicated
don't
off of
have
something
any
I've
reason
shown
to
in the
believe
series.
this. That's
So
the
for
thing.
one,
You
all you've
don't have
given
any.
outside of
You're just
just
providing
expressing
an
your belief
interpretation of the
is
scan.
that you have more motivation to believe this because both of them are in the scan. But I'm saying he still uses the same language when only he's in the scan. So if you're using the who's in the panel in order to raise the probability for who he's talking about,
Yeah, I
then in
just
the
used
second
that
scan,
against
he's
you. Like
literally the
what?
only one in the panel. So you have provided nothing outside of just
Oh
your
my
belief
god.
to
Okay,
push
just
this.
because Yuji and him are the only two in the panel, how does that mean anything?
Are you retarded? That was your point. We can go to conclusions.
Nigga, what? What do you mean that was my point? What were you talking about then?
Bro, oh my gosh, bro. What I said was, I said a few things. So at least for the first 2 points, I don't know how many times I got to reiterate myself. So for the first point was, or at least the first point was, I think he's using in reference to thyself and not something external to thyself, because it's the reason Yuji is able to perceive the contours of the soul is because of an internal process. And you would require more assumptions to say that this internal process could give rise to something, that being you be able to see someone else's soul external to oneself. And then the second
Yeah.
interpretation was whenever it seems that in the second scan, whenever he's talking about the soul, he's talking about something internal to himself because he gives a depiction of his own arm, or at least seemingly his own arm, because he's the only person in the panel. So I have no reason to believe he's talking about anyone else outside of himself. And if that's the case, then whenever he uses he's using it generally. And even to apply your own argument against you, just because you and him are on the same scan and he uses that is irrelevant. Because if I
Okay,
truck
okay, wait, Loki,
he's the
you're
only.
shotgunning me, you're shotgunning me, you're shotgunning me.
You told me to
Yeah,
reiterate my point.
that's the
What
reason
is that?
I'm not
That's a shotgun.
understanding some of your points because of the fact that you keep going on multiple tangents. We can
You
stick on
told
one
me to
point at a
reiterate
time.
my
We're
point.
gonna stick on one point at a time. You're shotgunning me.
Bro, I'm not shotgunning you. I'm not doing this
Yes, you
intentionally to
are. You're
provoke
making
argue.
multiple
Rather,
claims.
you
Multiple
told me
claims.
to
I
repeat
think
my
you're
point so
making
we can go to
multiple claims.
conclusions, bro. That's just retarded.
Yeah, you're making more than one claim at a time. I think that's shotgunning.
Oh my goodness. I know you think that's what a shotgun is, but that's not what a shotgun is. I'm not doing this to
Yeah,
intentionally
obviously that's what
inhibit
I
your
think the
ability to
shotgun is.
respond or
You're not
anything.
being
You
rhetorical by saying,
literally
"Oh, you
told
think
me
that
to
what
give
a
you
shotgun is."
that
I'm
many
being
points because you
specific.
told me to
You're
reiterate my
shotgunning me,
points. You can go to
Ron.
conclusions, bro.
So yeah,
You're like so
yeah,
confused right now.
you're shotgunning me. We're gonna attack
I'm
this
not
one by
shotgunning
one.
you.
I'm gonna start
You're
with the
gonna
first
dismiss that
one.
because there's no evidence to
For
support that
now,
claim.
retarded. I'm gonna dismiss the other points because I
No,
believe
no,
that
you're
to
not
be
gonna
a
dismiss
shotgun.
anything because there's no reason for you to dismiss anything. If you're
Yeah,
talking
Yo,
it
about
you
this
want
is
me
being
a
to
a
reason
mod
for
shotgun,
me to
then
this
again,
to
dismiss
I
keep
anything
can't
because
this
I
agree
do
to
straight?
think
that
that's
because there's no
shotgun.
evidence to
Right?
support that
I'm going
conclusion.
to dismiss
Because
your claims for
analytically,
now and
that
so
would
I address
require
the
some
first point
intention
because you're
behind
obviously
me
Hey,
shotgunning me and
Braylon, you
stopping
want
you
me to
from.
mod
points.
this so that, like,
No, no. And I'm saying that if the you dismissing the other points is because of this quote unquote shotgun, I'm saying analytically that'd be false because that would require the intention of
Where's
you
gonna be
not
an
being able to
analytical truth
attack the
is?
points. But if I'm
Where's
reiterating
the
so many
analytical
points
truth?
for the
Where's the
intent,
analytical
let me
truth?
finish. And for the intention of you being able to understand the points because you're struggling to track this entire time, then that would be contrary to what the definition of that means. So we can go to
Wait, you
conclusions.
said I'm being shown to be able to track this the entire time. I
No, I
literally
never
just
said that.
asked you
You're
what
confused.
you
I
said
said you're
like
not
multiple
being
times
able to track this
throughout
the
the
entire
debate,
time.
like 5 or 6 times throughout the same point because of the fact that you keep making multiple points. That's
Oh
the
my
reason
goodness. Are
I'm
you
not able to
unable to
track
track
some of
multiple
your
points?
points
Okay,
and
that's a
why
debating
that's
issue,
your
not an
what you're
issue on
saying.
my part. I'm not doing that in order to limit your ability to debate. I expect you to be able to track more than one thing. Multitasking is
I
not a
don't care
hard
what you
task.
expect me
They
to be
teach
able
you
to
this in
track. I'm not
elementary
able to
school.
track more than one point
Are
at
you
a time. So
able to
again,
write and
once
erase at the
again,
same time?
a
This is
shotgun.
basic stuff.
It's a shotgun. It's a shotgun without intention to
It's a
limit my
shotgun
ability to
behind.
track.
Well, it's a shotgun without intent. Then it's just not a shotgun. Are you retarded or are you retarded?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Can you do that?
Uh, okay, sure. I'll send the definition of a shotgun. You're being so dumb. Like we can go to conclusions after this, bro. I'm tired of this. I genuinely like that.
I know what you did last summer. Yo, nigga, yo, Kel, stop fucking stealing my jokes, bitch. The
Shut
fuck?
your ass up, nigga. How is fag bag a joke, dumbass nigga?
Bro, yes, nigga, yo, it's an insult for that nigga. It meant to be a joke, bitch.
Shut
Nigga
up,
saying
dumbass.
fag bag, that shit's funny, bitch. Fuck,
Shut up,
stop stealing
fag.
my shit.
I'll
All right, so
send
I
the
sent to the
definition
scans
for
for the
you.
nigga who doesn't
A
know the
shotgun.
values in which he's
Hold on, I'll
using.
send the definition for you. Look at this.
I'm sending it already because you just asked me to send it. Stop being
No,
dumb.
I already got the definition.
No. I sent it before you though, so you can read my definition because you asked me to send it, idiot. So, like I was saying before,
Yeah.
a shotgun fallacy is a logical fallacy that occurs
That's
when
what I was
someone uses
saying.
so many arguments that their opponent is unable to respond to them all.
Okay, yeah.
You
What
do
does it
realize
say
that
that?
that requires intent,
Hold on,
idiot.
wait.
I'm not
Now
doing
let me
that on
ask you a question.
purpose.
You state
Rather,
your
if I'm
definition,
reiterating
right? You
so
state your
many
definition.
arguments, I'm
Let
doing
me
it
ask
because
you
you
a
asked me
question.
to do it.
So where does it say within your definition is that they do it because their intention is to overwhelm their opponent? They can make so many claims that it overwhelms their opponent unintentionally. You
Well,
can do things
you're an
while
idiot.
having an unintentional sense,
Well,
and it
well,
still happens.
I'm
Like that
sorry. The
doesn't
reason
because
that
like
wouldn't make any sense, yeah. The reason why that wouldn't make any sense because a fallacy is supposed to be a flaw in the reasoning of an argument. So just because you're unable
yeah,
to
you
keep
realize
up
there's a
does
difference
not mean that
between
there's a wait.
logic,
Shut up.
formal and
Just because
informal
you're
fallacies. I think this is an informal
Just
fallacy.
because you're unable to track does not mean there's an inherent flaw in the reasoning of my argument. Rather, there's a flaw in your cognitive ability, idiot. Like I was saying
Yo, yeah,
before.
retard. You
Rather, if the
understand there's a
definition is more
difference
in reference,
between a
shut up.
formal
If
and
the
informal
definition is
fallacy,
more in
right?
reference to the
We aren't
intent
talking about a
behind the
formal
person
fallacy.
giving
A
all those
shotgun is going to
arguments,
be a
then it
would
would make more
consider an
sense because
informal
that is
fallacy.
something
It's
correlative to
not
the arguments
actually
in which they're
talking about
dishing
an
out.
error in
That's why
logic
it would be the
or
flaw in the
error in
logic of an
argumentation.
argument, not
I never
something that
said
is
that it was
external to
an actual
myself.
error
You're an
in
idiot. Let's go to
argumentation.
conclusions.
I said I believe this is a basis
I
for
don't
why
care
we
what you
can
believe.
dismiss
All
the
you've
other
been doing
claims
this
because
entire debate is
obviously it
expressing
would
your
just be less
beliefs.
charitable
Your
within
beliefs
the
are
moment.
have not been justified in any way, shape, or form.
Whatever you're talking about, buddy.
I mean, yeah. It's
Anyways,
just that.
this nigga Manny's a retard, bro. Okay, Manny. Yeah, I'm just gonna dismiss the other claims for now until I address the first claim. Once again, about the first thing you said is when you say he's using the term D, in a way that
Wait, I'm sorry. I was on mute. Why do you have the reason? Wait, why are you just missing those claims? Are you gonna again claim a
yeah,
shotgun?
I
And we
already
can go down this
gave the
entire
reason.
thing
You just
again. Like
haven't
you're being
asked me.
retarded. You don't know what a shotgun
I'm
is.
saying that it's not an error within your argumentation. There's a difference between
Okay,
formal
so
and
I'm just gonna
informal
dismiss that claim
fallacy.
because there was no
Right?
justification
When we're
behind it.
feeling to an informal fallacy like shotguns, we're not obviously
Okay,
talking
why does
about
it
there's
matter if
going
it's
to be a
informal or
set.
you're an
There's
idiot? Oh my
obviously no
goodness.
non sequitur within your argument because of this fallacy. Is an
What's non
informal
sequitur? Wait,
fallacy
that assumes that that fallacy actually exists within what I was saying, right?
that presuppose. It's a informal fallacy. Like what the
Wait, why
fuck?
does it being informal matter?
Why does it being informal matter? Yeah, because
Yes.
informal fallacies don't actually account for fallacies that would say wouldn't follow for an argument or an argument. Like for
Are you an
example,
idiot?
you say begging the
So
question.
you
Begging the
just now said
question
an
is a
informal
fallacy.
fallacy is not
No,
a
no,
fallacy
wait,
that would
wait.
follow
Begging the
from an argument.
question is a fallacy
So
because
do I need to inform you what an informal and formal fallacy is?
yeah, go ahead, inform me.
Okay, sure. So a formal fallacy is a fallacy that has to do with the formulation of the argument, whether or not this argument is actually valid or not. And an
No shit.
informal
I'm more honest
fallacy,
with what I'm saying.
huh?
The informal fallacy is dealing with whether an argument is sequitur or not, nigga. I mean, a formal
Yes,
fallacy.
I know that.
An
Yeah.
informal fallacy doesn't deal with that.
Yeah.
Are you fucking stupid, nigga?
Kage, you said he'll be back, bro.
Yo, who the fuck is this kind nigga?
If he would let me finish like from the beginning, I would tell him
That's
that an
Yanni.
informal or a formal fallacy deals with if an argument is sequitur or if an argument logically follows. And an informal fallacy doesn't do that.
Nigga, what?
Oh, wait, let me screen share real quick. What the hell is
Nigga, what are you
informal
talking about, nigga? What?
fallacy is
Where
to
was
make
that?
sure
What's
you got it right
Wait,
the
but
first.
bro, you
informal
gotta like,
fallacy
bro, Bradley, you gotta
is
like
when
start reading,
the
bro.
content of an
We get
argument
it,
is
bro.
valid.
Nigga, we get it, nigga. I'm trying to talk to nigga. Damn.
Who do you have, Maki or Yuta, Kaya?
Yo, Bradley, bro, you gotta revamp your server, bro. Why like 80% of the server
Bro,
got
like I
mods, nigga?
can't do this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
never
end up
mind.
like bro just allow miking this nigga and this
Yeah,
nigga's gonna
Who the
be like
fuck is
okay, join my
who
screen
the
share
fuck
real
is
quick, cause there's hell no, you just got this wrong, buddy.
who the fuck is Sophia? Bro, these people.
Who do you got, Maki or Yuta, Kaya?
I think he has. I think he has.
Yeah, bro, just aired me. That's crazy.
Bro, you
Hey,
gotta like.
Maki slams. Get it.
Definitely a lot.
I know what you did last, huh?
Hey, but Berkshire head and post like Katana speed blitz. Get it.
Drew Shikigami just nullifies it.
Oh, you're a troll. But yeah, okay.
That's serious.
Who said that? Who's saying? Who's talking?
That's you, Skipper.
Oh.
Hey, I remember we used to argue. What's it called? Maki Awaken Gojo, bro. Used to be crazy.
Well,
Can we get Smoothie versus Kage now?
Maki do probably beat away from those. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good luck bypassing infinities. Just gonna have to drop souls with Katana and try and beat him with her punches.
Verdant Spear Heaven. I used to argue that she would have that. It's like broken as fuck. But yeah. Or is it lost? I forgot.
It's broke.
Well, Careless doesn't know what a
It was
informal
sealed.
and
It was
formal
sealed.
fallacy is.
Oh,
He doesn't know
sealed.
the difference.
Let's see.
It was sealed or destroyed. I
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
Archie, am I like tripping here? Because like,
One minute.
isn't like what's it called? Shotgun fallacy and informal fallacy. Yeah, like it doesn't deal with whether
I
our
looked it
argument is
up. I
valid or
don't
not.
see it on the
Obviously,
informal
it's not going to
fallacy
be salacious in
website.
an argumental sense.
I don't know what that nigga said. But yeah.
A shotgun fallacy does concern the actual quality of the argument.
I was lighting.
Wait, hold on. You think a shotgun fallacy is a formal fallacy? It doesn't deal with whether the argument's valid or not, so it's not a formal fallacy. It just deals with the content of the argument.
Hey,
I mean, well, yeah, my knowledge usually like regard like and like usually calculation of instead of like defining the structure.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't know if Manny's like understanding or not. I just think it's a shotgun because a shotgun. I just think it's a shotgun because he's just overwhelming me with multiple points, and I can't get to address all of his points. That's why it's considered a informal
you don't
fallacy.
think multiple points? Wait, you don't think multiple points? I guess affect the structure. Of the
What was
argument
that?
itself? You don't think multiple points? You don't think multiple points affect the structure of the argument itself?
No,
I think the main problem
the
is
structure of the argument.
Okay,
The structure of the argument would be like, for example, if the argument logically follows. Let's say like A leads to or okay, look, we just say X equals B if B equals X. That's like going to be a logical fallacy.
What are you talking about, man?
What do you mean? What am I talking about, nigga? You don't understand.
The argument, the structure is because
Hello.
Even if you do that, like there are instances to where that happens, but yet you can still fall under that policy. So an attack on the structure is not something unique of the policy, but rather the attack on the context is something unique of the policy. That's what makes it in one area, not the other.
Yeah, there's no real flaw in like logic there. I completely agree.
But that's just my opinion, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just my opinion.
No, Archie, what you're saying is right, though.
We can continue. So yeah, like I was saying, so the formal fallacy would be a fallacy in the formulation of the argument. It would just mean that the conclusion doesn't follow from the premise,
nigga.
logically speaking. And also the informal has to do with the
Shotgun's an
content of the
informal
premise.
fallacy.
Let me finish. The informal has to do with the content of the argument, and that also the content of the argument also would be something that would not follow. Like I said before, I'm sorry, give me a second to catch my breath. Okay. Anyway, so like I was saying before, what you were saying, it would be a flaw in the reasoning and logic of an argument. The logic is not only in reference to a formal, the formulation of an argument, but it can also be in reference to how sensible the argument is. I'm sorry for saying I'm just like out of breath. It can be in reference to how sensible the argument is, which can be directly correlative to the content of the argument. So, like I was saying before,
look, when I want you to speak, I want you to speak slowly, lower down your words, right? The reason you're out of breath is because you're trying to talk so fast to make yourself.
No, I literally had to do something. You're an idiot. If you think that I'm not even talking fast. Okay, like I was saying before,
you are.
I already
You're
gave the
talking very
definition.
fast,
Wait, I'm sorry. I already gave the definition of the formal and informal fallacy. Do you have a disagreement with those definitions?
Yeah, obviously, I don't have a disagreement.
Okay, so like I was saying before, what you said was that
informal fallacy just deals with the content of an argument, while a formal fallacy deals with the structure of an argument.
Wait, but if you don't disagree with what I said, then that means that you can have an informal fallacy that deals with the incoherence of an argument, which you denounced before I left.
Wait, say it again.
if you agree to what I just said, then that means you can't have an informal fallacy denounce the coherency of an argument, which you denounced before I left.
Denounce the coherency of an argument. What do you mean by like the
Yeah, because you
coherency of
said
an
that an
argument?
informal fallacy doesn't attack the logic of an argument. Did you not say that?
No, what I said, the informal fallacy doesn't attack like the structure of
Well,
an
don't
argument.
change it now.
Or,
Just say
like
what you said
a
before.
valid. Okay. That's what you think I said. That doesn't matter.
Okay, so what did you say? I'm sorry.
I just told you what I said.
Wait, let me hear it again.
I said that an informal fallacy doesn't change the structure of the argument.
That was never the claim, idiot. So we already
I was never
dismissed.
a claim, idiot. Like that's what I said.
Wait,
Nigga, you're
before I
trying to
even
attack
left.
what
Wait,
I
because
said.
this is how I
I
know
never
you're
said you
lying.
made any claim
Wait,
about that. Like what?
wait, but this is
Just
how I
like
know you're lying.
misunderstanding my
You're an
point.
idiot. Listen, let me finish. This is how I know you're lying, because if that was your point, that wouldn't make any sense, because before I left, the only thing I defined was a formal fallacy, and you agreed to that formal